Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's ask the question, does being in an office make you more productive? Okay, so today I'm coming to you once again from the office building common room, which I did a video from last week, and sometimes I'll film from here just because it gives a change of scenery. But last week I did a video sitting right here, and I got a comment from iOS development who said, "That common area looks fantastic. If you get a chance, could you please do a video on what the change in productivity was after moving to your new office?" So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because most of the time, as a single developer working on my own, I have an office by myself, and it seemed kind of silly when I moved. In fact, when I was working from home for all those years and then moving to an office in the town, the last office I had, then it really felt silly. I was thinking, I thought it would be really cool, like it was something I really wanted to do, and then I thought, I'll just get this office in town, and you know, it's just being a bit extravagant. But it was difficult working with kids at home. Like the home environment became a workplace, and it was always like, keep it down, I'm on the phone, all that kind of stuff. So I moved into an office building and I got much more productive and I felt much more professional. The days where you feel lazy, you don't feel like doing things, because I had this office, I had a place to go working on things. And so for a couple of years I worked in the office above a shop, the one that all the earlier videos were done in, and that worked pretty well, but it was very secluded and everything. And then I guess it was about 6 months ago, moved to this much nicer office, and while it has improved productivity a bit, it's just such a nicer experience. I mean, it's more expensive, so it has improved productivity because I have to pay for it, so I have to do more work, right? But it's also much nicer because it's cleaned every day. The last place I would I had to vacuum it myself. It was just kind of a bit more dingy. It was in the middle of the town. I could hear all the noises outside. And here it's much nicer. It's much more professional, and it has meeting rooms here. So if you do get an office, you might want to get one where you have meeting rooms you can hire or rent for an hour. Because before, I was having a lot of meetings with clients at like coffee shops or at their offices. So sometimes I would drive for an hour each way or for a couple of hours and just always on the road, and now they can come here and meet with me on occasion, and that's much nicer to do, and it just feels much more professional. And because I can rent out a meeting room, they don't come to my office, which sometimes there might be a sandwich wrapper on the desk or whatever, you know, because ultimately sometimes you're a developer, you get in the zone, you're not as tidy as you should be and everything. But it's a really good question, and for those of you guys who are working from home, and you know, if you're tempted to get an office, like me, I was tempted to get an office, but I was thinking, it's more of an extravagance. I don't really need one. But once I moved into one, I found I got much more productive, much more focused, and I just felt more professional. And I think just being around a more professional environment here makes me feel more, it just makes me work harder, make me feel more professional. When clients come in, I don't feel like, oh, like the imposter syndrome doesn't seep in like it does normally, and stuff like that. But that's a really good question. Highly encourage you to get an office if you don't have one already. And if you have an office you think is kind of dingy, just for a change of scenery, move to something a little bit nicer. I mean, it's just a really nice thing to do. Of course, the scary thing is it's more expensive, and we have to pay for it, so we have to bring on more work, and you know, it's the whole chicken and egg thing. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you work in an office? Do you work at home? How do you find an office? Or do you just prefer your home environment? Because I suppose if I was single, working from home would be fine because, you know, I'm not disturbing anybody. But anyway, that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.